I want to start talking about this stuff because we're going to be talking about this stuff for a while. We'll probably be talking about this till 2020. First, I want to talk about 2019. This is the last episode of the year, so of course, we've got all of the cliched discussions that we want to have, which is I want to talk about 2019 and oof. No, I'll be honest. The first half of 2019 was actually relatively okay. The second half, it just sort of just everything just started going wrong. You know what I mean? And I think that was a lot of people. I think a lot of people just their year just started to go bad, and I started to hear a lot of problems. Worst Metroid game? Oh, I couldn't possibly tell you. It wasn't this year though. The Star Wars films cemented my overall exhaustion with the franchise. Oh, this last one, I kind of just want to take a break. Didn't help. The film was not very good. We're getting Deadpool 3. Oh, all right. I mean, Deadpool 3 sounds great. It was just, it's just Deadpool 2. I didn't think it was all that great. 2019 had a lot of controversy. The second half just exploded for me. The second half just exploded for a lot of people. Well, Zero, I mean, if I'm what does that for you, that's all right. Yeah, I was not a huge fan of Deadpool 2. I give my year review, but I've not thought about it. Plus, I'm not sure if it messes. Well, what I'm gonna do in particular is for 2019, what I want to do is I want to ask all of you what some of your best gaming memories were. Because I thought about it, and a lot of my gaming memories, I really didn't play anything super modern. A lot of the stuff that I played was older games that I only finally played in 2019. The year of video game controversies. I think the newest games I played this year were, because Monster Hunter World, I don't think was this year, which I finally just played. Link's Awakening might be the only real thing that I played that was from this year. Gaming was mixed for new and old for me. Dragon Quest Builders 2, I think was this year. And I played a ton of that. I was thinking about it. I was looking up games that I was going to talk about this year, and the only thing I could really just boom right off the top of my head think of was Link's Awakening. I think a lot of the other stuff that I played was from last year. See, I didn't play like Luigi's Mansion 3. Bloodstained and Indivisible were very excellent games. They were from this year. Bloodstained on the PS4 and Indivisible also on the PS4. This year, to my surprise, I really got into Fortnite. See, I was playing Fortnite from like the middle of last year. So, me playing it this year, I actually got out of Fortnite, and then when the black hole happened, I got back into it. They fixed a lot of the stuff that I was having a problem with. I had a good 2019. I ended 2018 with a heavily drained bank account due to being unemployed for a long period. Started a new job making twice what I used to make and bounced back really strong. Starting a new job in 2 weeks. Going to get 401k, save even more money. Building my career. Very nice, Mendez. Very nice. Going into 2020, doing pretty well. Sounds good. But I played a ton of new games. Luigi's Mansion 3, Indivisible, Bloodstained, Pokemon, Devil May Cry 5, Cadence of Hyrule, which I just finally played the demo for that. River City Girls. River City Girls I would love to play. I don't want to pay $30 for. When it goes on sale, I'll pick it up. Well, I went upstairs to get a snack, and my sister's cat stole the blanket, and my grandma made for me for Christmas. Worst year ever. Oh, wait. Excuse me. I played a lot of back library and added more to it, so I'm back where I started. Second half of the year, hey, you're a gamer, open your wallet. It's got nothing on next March and April. River City Girls, one of the first beat 'em up games I ever really gotten into. Killer soundtrack. You never got into Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo? I don't know. Everybody's doing okay, Zero. Everybody's chugging along, getting better. getting better. It's funny. I enjoy Kingdom Hearts 3. It just kind of was missing an end game. I mean, we got Endgame. Endgame came out this year. That was fantastic. Dragon Supra, Devil May Cry 5, Bloodstained, and Gunvolt Chronicles, Luminous Avenger 9 were the new games I got this year. Dragon Quest 11. People were loving Dragon Quest 11. Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, I mean, that's, not new. If Limited Run would ship the collectors. Gunvolt Chronicles. Is that Azure Striker Gunvolt? Is that related to that? I'm still sad I didn't get to play the Scott Pilgrim game. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of still broken up about that one. 2019 for me was very bleh. Not too much happened. Though I did get a job at GameStop. Had to work Black Friday for the first time ever. Played some really good games this year. Astral Chain was very excellent. Smash, Kingdom Hearts 3, Green Mario's Hotel, Dragon Quest 11, and Builders. Smash DLC this year, some of the best memories. SNES games on the Switch was nice. We didn't get that many updates for it, so I would like to see some more updates for that damn thing. Dragon Quest 11 has been a great experience. Born in 92, never played Turtles in Time. Doesn't mean you wouldn't have gone back. It's on. It's there. It's out there. Emulators. Mount up. I also got somewhat better at Overwatch. Still have never played a single second of Overwatch. Not because I want to avoid it, just because I just don't really have any access to it. It's a sort of spin-off starring Gunvolt's rival Copen. Okay. If I could revive anything, I want to play PT. Oh my god, yeah, PT. Bringing back PT, I think, would make a lot of people happy. I mean, I would just revive PT, the game. I think that would be fine. I honestly think you could sell the PT demo for $10 and they would make a profit off of it. Fire Emblem was honestly the game that for a while I was completely hooked on. Now I'm getting back into it. Gonna start Dragon Quest 11S finally tonight when I get home. I tried to get into Persona 5, and we'll get there. Got my Switch at the beginning of the year. It was a blast playing Smash Ultimate for the first time and spending weeks trying to unlock everyone. And the first 4 DLC characters are worth the fighter pass. Terry was fantastic. Wargroove. Yeah, I know some people that if you liked Advance Wars, Wargroove was apparently the game to get for you. Yeah, I was trying to think of other stuff that came out, and I don't think I played a ton of stuff specifically from this year. River City Girls is on sale where I am. Not sure. No, it wasn't on sale as of yesterday. There is a big sale going on. The Switch shop has a gigantic sale going on where things are like 30 and 40% off. Cuphead is like $14 down from 20. There's some crazy sales. I mean, most of it's indie stuff, but like not good indie stuff or not high top tier indie stuff, but it's worth checking out. I mean, there's a game on there for $0.25. I forget what. I think it's like a koi fish game, but it's $0.25. So if you've got extra gold points, just throw gold points at it. Out of the DLC fighters, I think Terry is my main. Just love how he played. Yeah, I was not expecting to like Terry as much as I did, and he is my 1v1 main now. Black Mesa is out apparently. Really? Isn't that the that's the other company that was a rival for Aperture? Wasn't that the company from Half-Life? Wasn't that them? Speaking of Persona 5, that was another highlight. I got to play my first Persona 5 game, and while I've not beaten the game, I enjoyed what I've experienced. Yeah, that was one of my thoughts. Like, I got to play Persona 5, and I still haven't beaten it. I went 6 in the Octopath Traveler graphics. My friend Pedro, hey, Mr. Sonic, my friend Pedro was a great game this year as well. I did not play, my friend Pedro. Half-Life Remake Black Mesa. Final Fantasy 9 is the only one that hasn't gotten any attention. I like 9. I thought 9 was fantastic. Terry and Joker are my DLC mains. Got Switch physical copies of Dragon Marked for Death, Luminous Remaster, Celeste. Ooh, Celeste wasn't this year, was it? Was Celeste this year? Freedom Planet, and my nephew got me Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I still say Fighter Z. I meant to say my first Persona game. I mean, it was your first Persona 5 game. Apparently, someone hacked outside the bounds of the PT demo, and you can actually explore. Well, Dragoon, I remember they said that, and because they turned the camera around because there's somebody like sort of stalking you, and it turned out when they did that, which I don't think was boundary break, but it turned out when they did that, the person is behind you the whole time, which is like super creepy. You also asked about Community Day, so we should do more games for it. Some of my best gaming memories this year playing Smash with you guys here. The trash talking, the action, so much fun. It brings us closer as a community. Like the whole lot. Okay, that's enough sap for me for the decade. Well, that's just for this year. We got the whole decade to work on now. Also, Ring Fit Adventure, which I still want to pick up. I'm gonna go hard on actually using it for exercise, but from what little I played, I had a lot of fun and the good work. I think I need to pick up Ring Fit. I think my belly needs to pick up Ring Fit. Celeste was 2018, but the Chapter 9 DLC was 2019, which I did not say. Did anyone say? Nobody said Untitled Goose Game. Nobody said Untitled Goose Game yet. I want to play it, but it's a little bit pricey for what is in the content of the game. But that's another one that when it goes on sale, I'll probably give it a shot. I bought Kill La Kill. The Kill La Kill game was If. Is that what it was called? Kill La Kill If. A collection of mana physically on the Switch. I bought collection of mana. Oh, I didn't tell you guys that. I picked up a couple of games for myself. I got a gift card from. Oh no, I still had the gift card from, or the store credit from GameStop. So I went and I picked up a couple of games. I picked up the collection of mana, which is very, very awesome. And I picked up Monster Hunter. Oh, well, I did say Monster Hunter World. I picked those two games up with some of the credit that I had from GameStop. So yeah, so I did tell you. I'm sorry. No. Katana Zero was also Katana Zero's on. I thought that was on. I think it's on sale. I thought there was a physical copy for Katana Zero. It's a joke that loses its luster after a while. That's why I think Untitled Goose Game is a little too expensive, because I know that it does lose its luster. The reason I wouldn't mind picking it up is because I feel like at some point they're going to add DLC to the game. I was pissed off during the Game Awards when they showed Beaker in the game, and I was pissed off that was not DLC that was coming to the game. Oh my god. If you get to play Untitled Goose Game with Beaker, I don't even care if it changes the gameplay. I got the D&D book, The Curse of Strahd. Those are like original campaigns, right? Those are like official campaigns for those books. I just saw a stack of those books at a store somewhere, and not the Goodwill store, because I would have bought them. I just saw a stack of them. They're like original campaigns, like official ones, right? For 2020, I'm going to do something Proton John did on his streams this year. Complete a game for every letter of the alphabet, which will force me to dig into my backlog for sure. No, because you know what, Hero? Here's what ends up happening. You end up completing games that weren't in your backlog, but will fit the theme. You know, I don't have any F games in my backlog, so I have to find an F game to play. And then you end up now holding up your backlog by playing a game that was never in there in the first place. Oh, hey, Greg, forgot you were doing this. I was watching Zelda-thon. It's okay. I know that we suck here. I know that we're not as good as Zelda. But that's just the way it is.
Spaghetti-O.
Yeah, I already got my nephews hyped up for it. Untitled Beaker game is worth $20 on its own. I used to be good with Banjo and Kazooie, but I've gotten stale. Dragon Quest Heroes is still fun, but I'm not very good with them. The only letter I don't have is Q. I'm sure there's a Qbert game you can pick up. Yeah, isn't Goose Game? It's $20, and I hear 4 to 5 hours for Untitled Goose Game. That's not really worth it for me for $20. Considering I have a bunch of other games that I want to play. Oh, but yeah, this year overall was pretty awful. But Ryan, I wouldn't say it was awful, but it was definitely not. It was definitely lackluster. It was definitely not. There was not a whole lot of shine. Resident Evil 2 was a high point for a lot of people. But again, that's a remake, so you're counting on a lot of nostalgia. Link's Awakening was great, but it was a lot of nostalgia. Uh, Stuff like Sekiro was this year, I think. Control, I think, was this year. Like, some of those games that were from Game of the Year, and it was like they were just kind of average. It just, they were great for a little while, and then they stopped. It was a lackluster year, but there was some okay stuff. I think we need a lackluster year every once in a while, just so that we can get through some of our backlog, man. I have a game for 25 and 26 letters. Q is the only one I'm missing. Quake, Qbert, Kix on the Game Boy, QIX. Oh, we got the Qs. Hold on. Let's see here. Okay, I do not have Qs on PS2. Walking Simulator? No, I thought Death Stranding was Amazon Delivery Simulator. I have to get ready for work later. Here, Hyrule, have a good one. I don't think 2020. Oh, I think 2020 is gonna. I think 2020 at this point is very front loaded. That's the problem. I think that there's a lot of stuff at the beginning of 2020, and everybody's wallet is going to be screaming in pain. And then I wonder if the second half is just going to be like, all right, well, now we have time to play all of these games. All of these Game of the Year decade conversations are making me realize that I haven't really branched out for a while. Spent the past few years mostly on my MMO and Warframe. I think 2020 is going to be much better than 2019. Yeah, absolutely. This year felt like we're kind of prepping for next gen. They're giving us some time. Resident Evil 2 finally got me into Resident Evil, then played 4 and 7. Play the first one. Play Resident Evil 1, the GameCube version. It's amazing. Uber Eats Simulator, Last of Us 2, Quantum. That might actually work for you. 2020 has Animal Crossing and Psychonauts 2. 2020 has Animal Crossing and Cyberpunk 2077, and that's all I'm like. That's really all I'm looking forward to. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I keep forgetting that one. There's rumors that there's a demo coming for it, so we'll see. But yeah, those are really the three things that I'm most hyped for. Everything else is, and even Final Fantasy VII is just like, I'm hyped, but I'll see it. I'll get it, so it's okay. Cyberpunk, I'm a little more hyped for, and I think it's just because I'm hyped. I've been hyped longer for that one. I already have Doom Eternal, Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Psychonauts 2, Persona 5 Royal. Maybe I'll finally finish Persona 5. I discovered I can play shooters as long as most of the enemies don't have guns. Oh yeah, I'll be getting Cyberpunk. Animal Crossing will be a nice game to play in between every other game as the year goes by. It's a similar case with me, especially for the first half of the decade. But for me, that is due to having a hard time transitioning from being a child to adult. Coming to the realization I have to take control of my life, which is something I'm going to do more of. Aqua, that is one of the most important realizations you can come to. I'm going to give you another realization. I'm going to give everybody another realization about transitioning from a child to an adult. A lot of people, when it comes time to start taking control of their lives, they go into it with this mindset that I need to get my life under control. I need to manage every aspect of my life. It's all on me now, and it needs to work. I'm gonna give you a secret for anybody that is in that position or about to enter that position. Most adults that you see do not have it together. I don't want you to go into, and this is something that a lot of people don't tell you, or that they have told you and you never listened. A lot of adults do not have it all together. Most adults don't have most of it together. We have. I am 41 years old, and I have figured out certain things, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't figure out. I just go with the flow. As you move into adulthood, and it's time for you to, and this is a good lesson for the past 10 years and a good lesson for the decade coming up. As you move into your adult lives, don't get bogged down with the idea that you are failing because you're not figuring it out. You are probably not going to figure certain things out forever. And the most important thing is that you make work what you can. That is probably the best advice I can give you in that transition period. It's more of a one step at a time thing. Everything at once. Well, it's more of one step at a time, but what you have to understand is that just because you're taking steps, that doesn't mean you're going to succeed. And the most important one, this is the most important thing I'm going to tell you right now. Putting in effort doesn't mean that you are owed success. There are a lot of people who have this idea that because they have worked hard, they are owed success. It is the same thing with the people who play the lottery all the time and after years and years get upset because I've been playing the lottery for 10 years. Why haven't I won yet? You get this idea in your head that because you have worked hard, you are owed success. Life owes you a victory. Life does not owe you a victory. The best thing that you can do is to take the victories that life gives you and make the best life out of it. That is the secret. That is what you're really supposed to be striving for. Any older person who tells you that they have figured out life, that's what they have figured out. That you are not owed success. You do not require success. All you require is to make the best life you can out of the cards you are given. You have all the right to try and make your cards better. But simply trying doesn't mean you are owed better cards. There you go. That's it. When life gives you lemons, tell life you want a refund. Yeah, working hard is not an indicator for success. I just saw something the other day, and I'm sorry to go off on a tangent here. I just saw something the other day that said, it talks about people earning grades and degrees. And they say like, oh, C's get degrees is it's like a cliche sort of thing for college where, you don't have to get all straight A's. You just have to get the degree. And the conversation was C's get degrees. And then somebody responded, yeah, but when it comes time to get the job, later press play, have a good one. When it comes time to get the job, who's going to get hired? And the response to that was the person who knows the person who's hiring. And it was the funniest thing to me because it's so true. There's this idea that because I worked hard and because I was the best, I am owed success. And it's like, no, it's a lot of it has to do with luck and who you know. And it doesn't mean you don't try, but it means that you still have to do what everybody else does, which is make the best life you can. Sorry, like I said, crazy tangent. Unqualified Gamer, what's going on? Unqualified Gamer, that ramen picture that I posted the other day was from Nom Nom, the Japanese restaurant down in Center City. We're gonna have to talk because the food was good, but I had a bit of a problem with them. New Steven Universe, fantastic. Reminds me of an anime adaptation I'm currently watching from this autumn 2019 season, which involves a character working hard towards a set of goals, but experiences a lot of setbacks along the way. What show is that? Aqua? What show is that? I've been down since my eyesight badly degraded a couple of years ago. I really need to get on with it. I hope that one day medical science will come through, but I cannot bank on it. I learned to take better care of myself because I was working 50 hours a week between 2 part-time jobs. I recently quit one of them and I'm working towards a full-time job. Also, I was going to ask one guy out and just recently fell in love with another person that I just met and asked them out. Surprisingly, they said yes. Life is really crazy, but unexpected. Networking is also important as well. Okay. Oh boy. So yeah, sorry to go off on that tangent, but 2019 gaming, it's been all right. It's I mean, that's just in gaming. If your company requires you to work nights and weekends, they require you to work even more. It's not the nights and weekends are the exact amount of extra time required. It's just they take more time if they could. Yeah, just be careful how much you give to them, because they're not, they might be for them and not for you. So always be careful with that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, 2019 gaming was pretty light. As far as movies, hey Lilac. As far as movies, I mean, we got Endgame. Endgame was really the only thing that happened for me as far as movies go. I got into watching anime. There was a lot of anime that I watched this year, but I want to talk about that next. I actually want to talk about that in a separate topic, which we're going to talk about in a second. I'm going to do a big. We talk about anime from time to time, but I want to do a sort of decade of anime discussion. Back on gaming topic, I got a Euro mini Famicom. This decade made me really hate the concept of love and romance. Also made me realize the Preston is a bitch. I had Shazam and Joker, at least movie wise. I still haven't seen either one of those. Still haven't seen that. Joker, I don't know what to watch. Shazam, yeah, I kind of forgot that Shazam was this year. I didn't watch it, but I actually did want to watch that. I like Zachary Levi or Levi, like the jeans. Some great TV this year. Yeah, you're right. There was The Boys, his Dark Materials, Watchmen. I like The Boys. Okay, the TV show. I thought that was pretty good. I'm trying to think of what other live action stuff I saw, and I watched a chunk of The Office finally, and that was pretty good. I actually laughed a lot during that. I'm trying to think of like what live action I really saw, and I didn't watch a ton of live action. I tried to catch up on last season of Walking Dead, and I did, and I was like, it's fine. The anime would be Ascendant of a Bookworm. Okay. Isekai slice of life story about a character who strives to bring books to everyone. Okay, all right. Spider-Man and Joker were really good. Steven Universe movie was really good. Favorite action movie of the decade was Hardcore Henry. That was the first person movie. There was no way I was going to be able to watch that. My Hero Academia was the legit favorite anime of the decade. Fruit Baskets was glory. Rewatch Daria is so good. Breaking Bad this decade, I don't know. Ascendance of a Bookworm was alright, kind of slow pace. Yeah, Ryan. That's those slice of life shows. Often, if it's, I call it too slice of life. We're getting into the anime discussion here, but stuff like Carol and Tuesday is too slice of life for me. I like slice of life with a little bit of silliness to it. I hear Lucky Star is a good one that's actually a slice of life, but is seriously silly enough. Daria's such a cunt. I love it. Top 5 movies: Joker, Shazam, Endgame, Detective Pikachu, and Toy Story 4. Christmas went by so fast. Now it's going to be the 20th anniversary of I only got 20th anniversary of Y2K. Azumanga Daioh is better than Lucky Star. I mean, I haven't gotten to watch either one of those, so I'll have to check that out. I always mean to, and I won't do it today just because that's a long thing to do. The Rise of Skywalker, Mendez, TROS. I always mean to take recommendations from everybody and like write them down. I'm not doing it now. I heard everybody like, it's recommendations. But yeah, I always mean to do that. I got into the endurance races of Gran Turismo 4. Wow, Gran Turismo 4. I should probably pick that up again. One of those stories is not for people who, okay, more action in their story. Lucky Star, Gurren Lagann. My favorite anime this year were My Love Story. I thought it was so funny. I thought it was funny and adorable. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, because we're moving past the games, and that's totally fine. But I want to actually move into the next topic, which is